Hello, it's Kay in front of the camera, and it's Maggie
behind. Hello.
Okay, and this time we're going to show you how to put together our new pen whizzes. They come in three sizes. We've got a standard, mixed and large. Okay, so in front of me I've got the kit for the large. So Maggie's handed me a pen, so the large one holds larger pens, obviously. The medium ones has most of your standard ones. Anything you can put upright, you can put in this, and there's lots of things you can do. Karen pens, Zig, clean colour ones, etc., etc. There's loads. There'll be a list on our website. Okay, so we have with all our whizzes, Lazy Susan kit, and the video how to put this together will be at the end of this one. Okay, so this is already made up for you. Excuse the writing, because it's Maggie needs it was for Maggie.
That's for me, that's a reminder, because I'm in charge of packing kits. So, I shouldn't have said that, because if they're wrong, you know it's my fault. Oops.
Okay, you get two lower bases. Okay, so they just slot into each other. Get them right. Whoops. Don't fall to pieces. So they slot into each other like that.
Do they have different depth tabs?
They do. So you'll notice that these ones are 6mm, and on this side it's 3mm, and the 6mm goes into the base because it's a 6mm base. Okay, so there's one side, and then you have your upper supports. Again, they slot into each other, and again you have different widths on here. So this one here is 6mm, and that locks the top, the bottom of the top and the top of the bottom, if that makes sense. So we'll do in a minute together, and that's for the top. Okay, so those, all right, and these are your pieces for your large one, and you get 4 pieces. So you get, we'll start from the bottom and work our way through, I think. So you get your base one, okay, and that fits onto your upper base. All the instructions are in there, and what is important with all these kits, the pencil and all the pen ones, is that you need to line up your little markers at the front. So you've got little circles in this one, and it's important when you put them together, as I'll show you in a minute, you have them all lined up so the holes all match. Okay, so that is your large ring. Then you get your upper shelf, and if I turn it over, there we go. Again, that is your marker on here, and then that goes on top, and on top of that one you get this one. Again, it marks on top, so that fits on top like that. So you can see where they mark up the crosses mark, so they go like that. And then this is the top shelf, and again you have your mark here, and that sits on the top. Okay, and all the pen whizzes are exactly the same, but I'll go through each one in turn. So I've made up my base, and then I would slot these 2 pieces together. I'm not gluing these, but you would. So what I will do is put glue here and here and slot them together, and then I will put glue here along those little bits on the insides, on all 4 sides, and I might just put a little smidgen of glue on the edge of these tabs as well. Okay, and then you will slot that into your base so it fits firmly. Okay, it's a nice snug fit. Okay, so this one, and your bottom ring fits on top. I just slot it in like that, and it fits over like that. So if you find that it isn't exactly matched here, just lift it up and move it 90 degrees. It should fit snugly. Again, if you serve a little bit, just move it again. It just fits in one place. I don't know why it does, it just does. There you go. Perfect. And that now fits perfectly all the way out. So you know that is all nice and edged around here. It doesn't matter where this is for this one. It now matters that you know where this is for all your other layers as they go through. So you've put that one on, and also you've glued it into place. So make sure you glue it into place. And then you would put glue on these bits, in the middle, on those bits there, and maybe a little bit on the tab bit there if you want to as well. and then we'll put this on together. So, as it's facing you, you've got your circle here, and you match it with your circle here. So you make sure that they go on the top. And we'll just slot on like that. Okay, and that's now, you've put glue on here, and that's now glued into place. Okay, so then you have your top of your upper base, sorry, your bottom of your lower base. I'll get that right in a minute. It's the lower of your upper layer.
Next layer.
It's the next layer. So again, you've got your circle here and your circle here, and they line up, and then these crosses here match together. So you make sure they match, and you fit those in, and then again you will glue this in position. Okay, so you glue that in position like that, and then you'll get your upper bit, so you'll glue it here, and just put it together and glue it, making sure that you've got your tabs slots in the right place, and get that in the right place. So that's, you've got 6mm here and 6mm there, and your 3mm and your 3mm, and this one fits into the space here. So obviously you would glue it along here and along there, and I would probably put a little tiny bit along each tab as well. Okay, and then you just squish it into place. So you just move it in and just manipulate it into place, which is easier said than done because I'm on TV. Oh, so I'm on live TV. I'm not really, am I?
No, you're not. It's not stuck though, is it?
It's not stuck either. The other way you can do it is push that in and then stick it in. No, it just fits it in like that. Just snap
It's
into
quite
place.
a tight fit, isn't it?
It is designed to be. It's
yeah.
And if you hear that squeech, that's fine. I mean, it's a nice tight fit. Okay, so this is without glue and it's still snug. Okay, again, everything's lined up, and then your top shelf, line up that hole, that circle rather, and with those circles on the top, squish it into place, and that is your large Inky Wizz done.
Pen Wizz, not an Inky Wizz.
Oh, it's Pen Wizz, duh. I'm getting confused with my whizzes.
Oh, who isn't?
So, and then your pen just fit in like that.
Perfect.
Okay. So the reason why you line up these is to make sure that these go straight. That's the reason why. Okay. So I'm just going to.
How many does that one hold, Kay?
That one holds lots of pens. And I'm hoping we've got some notes somewhere along the line. I'm trying to remember. I think it's 64, isn't it? I believe it's 64. Lots.
Lots. There'll be a little note on the video.
I'll put it on the bottom of the video so you'll see.
We should know by now, but there's so many whizzes.
So we're confused. So that was your large, and the standard and the mixed are exactly the same. So this is the mixed. Again, you've got your circle here. You've got your circle there. And there. And there. Okay, so you can see that quite clearly. And we'll put those together. And it's exactly the same as you did before. So you put your bottom ring on.
Which one are you doing now? The mixed one?
This is the mixed one.
Yeah.
So you put your bottom, you put your supports on, and then your bottom ring goes on. If you get a little piece like that, just take those out. Okay, and just put that on, and then put that down. And then if you're happy with the position, that's fine. This one can be moved around, I think. Just move around 90 degrees. And again. I think I've had it right first time round. I'll just be fussy. Let's get it right. That's it. Okay. So that fits nice and snugly all the way around. And now my little holes here. So my little circle's there. So when I put my top shelf on, I match it. And it's in. Like so. And then
Just come forward a bit.
Okay.
Fine.
Like that. And then your upper supports, again, you'll be gluing along here, here, and those pieces here. And your upper supports, making sure that you've got your tab, your 3mm tab at the top, and your 6mm tab at the bottom. And then you just position, oops, you don't do that. You put this in first. Sorry, you put
Oh
this one in
yes,
first.
for your smaller pen.
For your smaller pens. So this does the large ones around the outside, and these does the smaller ones for the next layer. So you get your circle and match it together, and then you match your crisscross at the middle. And this one's going to lock both pieces together. Okay, it is easier when it's glued. Just position it in and slot it in, like so. Okay, holes there match, so all three match. And then you put your top layer on. And again, you'll be gluing along here, and maybe just a little tiny bit on each tab as you do it. And then that fits in there. So all the holes match up. And this is a Sharpie, and that fits in like that.
You've got your large one there.
Okay, and then we have that one for your long one. Okay, so that's your medium and your large.
Perfect.
Okay, and I'll just put together take this apart, and I'll put together the medium, which again is exactly the same as I've done for the other two. So take those ones off. Okay, I'll just put the medium on there. So you've got your matching holes as you did before, but you've already seen those twice. So you've got your matching hole there. So I'll put this on like that. Again, you'll glue this into position and you're happy with it. So if it fits in there nicely, so it's nice and snug first time round. So I've got my hole there. Then I put my top shelf on. So circle there matches that circle there. And we'll slot that into position. Like that. And then I'll put the base of the top on, is find your circle, which is there. And make sure your crosses match. And again, you put this together and you've got your 6mm here and your 3mm here, and you'll be putting glue on this bit, that bit, and maybe on the sides of these as well. And just glue those into position. So that fits in like that. Again, it's easier when it's glued. So just push that in. And, oops. Make sure they're lined up. So I've just missed that again. Where's the hole? There we go. So that's lined up with that one. Make sure it's in position, which it is. Just make sure it slots in. Like that. So it is a tight fit, but it is meant to be a tight fit.
And if you're going to push it from the base.
Yeah, push it there. Don't push it here, just push it here.
And don't push it from the top.
Okay. And then find your circles again, which are here. So you've got your 1, 2, 3 circles. Going to match your number 4 circle, which is at the top here. Again, glue here, here, and along here. And then you just put that. And that is your medium one. Again, you've got your Sharpie there, and your Sharpie's there, and this holds lots as well. Again, we'll put this at the bottom, how many it holds. Loads. Okay, and then we have our stubby. So we called it a stubby because we couldn't think of anything else to call it. Again, you get your Lazy Susan, and you put that together. That'll be at the end of the video if you don't know how to do that. And this piece only has 2 shelves. Again, they have the little circle here and the little circle here. So for your first shelf, you're going to stick this on, and these are going to match these crosses here, and then you've got plenty of wriggle room, as you can see. Okay, so you've got plenty of wriggle room there. So they slot in like that. So
hold on, Kate. Nice. I'm going to zoom in so people can see that there is actually a gap. So that's it, perfect.
Okay. So you can see. And then again, you've got these pieces. Now these are slightly different to the other pieces for the one, in as much as that is 9mm. So that gap there is 9mm because you've got a 6mm base and you've got a 3mm top. Okay, so let's put that together again. And again, you glue these into position and you'll slot these in. So you just fit them in nicely. So they're just slotted. So that ties everything together.
And you'd have glued your holy bit in, wouldn't
You would have hold, yeah, the glue, this will be glued in as well, okay? And then, again, you're going to be matching that circle with that circle. And again, you put glue here, here, and along here. And that will fit like that. Now, we haven't got any gelatos with us because they're elsewhere at the moment. But anyway, they are designed to fit in short ones. You can put your larger pens in here as well if you want to. So you've got larger pens as well. But they are designed for your more stubby typed pens.
And lipsticks, all sorts of things.
Yeah, for this one. Okay, and that's your stubby.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Hi, it's Kay here. I'm in front of the camera and Maggie's behind. And we're going to put together our Lazy Susan piece. So we've got our Lazy Susan mechanism and we have our two bases. And we have the top base and the lower base. And the lower base is the one with a hole in it. So I'm just going to put my Lazy Susan on here. And we're just going to screw it into the pre-cut holes. So I can just find those and then screw them in. When we put these together, I tend to find that this bit's okay, but if you want to do for the next part, is a magnetic screwdriver. It's really helpful if you've got one. If you haven't, you can use a little bit of sticky stuff and stick it on the end of the screwdriver just to hold the screw in place. But anyway, we put these in. So it's a little bit like watching paint dry, I'm afraid, but we'll get there. Oops.
A bit wobbly.
It's a bit wobbly.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's interactive.
Is it? So are you going to be applying for a job as a camera operator anytime soon, Maggie?
Oh, no, I don't think so. It's quite fun though.
That's probably the swearing.
Don't tell everyone that.
No, we've done that. There we go. And so what you're going to find is that you've got this onto your base, and you're going to use this as your access hole, and so you can line everything up. So can you see that? Is that lined up? Can you see that? If I put the holes out together.
Come towards me.
There we go, like that.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's your access hole. So those pieces are going to fit into your base. So you want those four corners on here. What I tend to do is I line it up, and then I get my head out of the way so you can see.
Not in the way.
Oh, isn't it? Okay, that's cool. No. Right, sometimes I find it easy to stand up and do this, so that's what I will do. There we go. So that's lined up there, and I'll put my screwdriver in, and then I must make sure it's even all the way around, and it tends to line it up properly at that point, and I'll just move it across. So I'm in there the hole. So what I'll do, if I lift that up, can you see that, Maggie?
Yeah.
And I'll just move that across.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just put your screws in. If you don't move it after that point, that was showing it. So I'll just put that back again. So I'll just put that back again. That, and just even it up. I've got your screws in place, and I'll just screw it into place. I'm changing that to a magnetic screwdriver.
This is the hardest bit, really, isn't it?
It's, well, once you've lined it up, you've got your first screw in there, you're fine. So and then you can just roll it, go around. You just do it, just to be tight enough, finger tight. You don't need to be any tighter than that. Because the holes are pre-drilled for you. That doesn't help. That's not very helpful, is it? I'm going to go around to another one. And I'll move that one out of the way.
And the Lazy Susans take quite a substantial weight, don't they?
Yeah, according to the blurb we have, about is 90 pounds of weights directly onto them. find that one I lost. And just move around. Oops. And just screw them on, as simple as that. So it's a bit small, but it's a magnet. I'll put the bigger one on there because it's easier to screw in. But that one's not magnetic. And then the last one. So I'll just position this one in. That's the hole. And that actually Lazy Susan done. So I think I made it look a bit more clumsy than necessary, but that's as simple. It's quite simple. It looks more complicated than it actually is, but it is a quite simple process. And that is your Lazy Susan. And that's your base ready to go for your next part.